What's going on, Badger Nation? Welcome to the world's first and longest running show all about how to make your Amazon advertising life a little bit easier and a little bit more profitable. Today on the show, I'm joined by Maryna, who works here at AdBadger with me. One of the things that we do here is we try to push digital marketing on Amazon further. We are going to look at a spreadsheet that she's used, that she first created years and years ago, pre-AI, which basically combines different spreadsheets from within Amazon. And now these days, how you can just drop these spreadsheets into Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT and build dashboards that look like this, interactive ones, like little mini apps. We're gonna share the prompt that we use to create this. So like download the sheets, share the prompt, create your dashboard. Now, what the dashboard actually is, it's like a little stock inventory dashboard so that you can identify critically out of stock products quickly and go and make your PPC changes on it. Something that we talked about this show before, where as things drop and become out of stock or at risk of going out of stock, the conversion rate, unit session percentage drops, the ACoS begins to increase. There's a variety of reasons for that. So basically, simply being aware that these things are happening is so valuable. And then, of course, when you get restocked, you of course want to turn those campaigns back. So there's also like week over week changes on here too. Check it out. Amazing episode. Have a good one. Clients love her. High ACoS keywords hate her. Welcome to the show, Maryna of AdBadger. Maryna, it's so nice to have you on the team for so long, and I'm so excited for you to get out in front of the camera and share some of your expertise with the Badger Nation here on the show. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful summer over there in Vienna.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for having me here.
And what we're going to get into today, I'm actually very excited about, because as you described yourself, you're like a fish in water when it comes to data and spreadsheets, which is exactly how I feel too. AI is really big right now. Using things like Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT to get stuff done is really hot right now. But what can you actually get done using these tools? And you have an amazing workflow that I first found out about. You shared this with me years and years ago. It's a really powerful inventory spreadsheet, and it's been since upgraded since the arrival of AI chatbots. So I'm really excited to hear this really practical example of how AI can help with Amazon account management. Walk us through what we're going to cover today.
So sometimes accounts are so big and they have thousands of SKUs, and you know that inventory replenishment can be tricky and challenging, different lead times to get stock, all that stuff. And sometimes you can just lose some products, so you see that your PPC is going worse, but we don't understand why. Bids are okay, search terms are okay, everything is good pricing, competitors always on place, but something wrong here. And in this case, one of the metrics you want to check is inventory level. For big accounts, again, it can be complicated. So we created the table, the sheet, where we track every SKU, availability, reserved, inbound, everything. We see it on SKU level, on parent level, and we compare that sales and that PPC stuff to last year's sales. And very often we see the picture that everything is good, but stock levels are super low. And even though your PPC works well, but you see that there is just 10 days in stock for this SKU, in 10 days you will see some drop in sales. And that will be the answer why PPC doesn't work. So we use this inventory sheet pretty much long time, and it's really helpful for big accounts.
You know, we've done a study here on the show actually with another AdBadger team member, and it was basically unit session percentage by SKU by inventory level. And it was really startling. Like things that are well stocked generally have higher unit session percentages, higher conversion rates than things that are falling out of stock. I find it really interesting too. Like I'm really fascinated by zip code level data too, because generally when something dwindles in stock levels, it doesn't do it the exact same way nationwide, which is why we also did an episode on like zip code level inventory tracking too. So like this is such a good topic, but then the next question is like, well, how do I analyze this data and make it really useful really quickly? So what we actually have here are a bunch of examples for you to play with. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. If you're driving in the car, keep your eyes on the road. But let's take a look at some of this data and essentially how it is orchestrated. So we've got parent ASIN, child ASIN. Fantastic. The title of the product to remind yourself of what you're looking at. And then we have 2025 units, 2025 sales, 4 weeks, 4 week sales, inventory available, reserved, inbound, total inventory, days of stock, and inbound, PPC spend, PPC sales, PPC orders, clicks, ACoS, conversion rate. And you combine all this. I see some things that are highlighted, red, danger zone. Let's just first talk about the ingredients that make up this report. We've actually got it broken down really simple. Report number one that someone needs to make this. It is to go and download 30 days of business report at the child level. Common thing. We have a link in here. We have a link in the description. You can go and click this. Second thing is PPC data from the products tab inside advertising. We have the link there. It should open up on your account. Two, this gives you, sales, so on and so forth. And then of course we have inventory snapshot, which is also Amazon fulfillment, FBA inventory, inventory health. So this gives you information about how well stocked you are. So with these three reports, you can merge these together and get the spreadsheet. Now, I saw the spreadsheet first created from you sort of years ago. Walk us through the spreadsheet before we shift over to Claude. Walk us through what the spreadsheet actually tells you. Like when you look at this data right here, what jumps out at you? Like what are we actually like scanning for, looking for in this spreadsheet?
Sure. Now, this table is updated weekly, and I take 30 days period for more information. It includes parent level, child level inventory. I see sales for 30 days period last year, same sales for the last 30 days this year, and I can compare what SKU is selling better, selling worse, and I can. So if I see something worse in the results, I go to dig deeper. And sometimes, not sometimes, pretty much often for this account, this is a stock issue. So I go to the right and I see that days of available stock is critically low, like 0 days in stock, 2 days in stock, all this stuff. So, and what it tells me that the main reason for sales drop is low inventory for this particular SKU. And second, I see that, for example, ACoS is high for some position. I see that inventory level is low, and that is a signal for me to go to campaign manager and to stop or decrease PPC somehow. So bids or budgets or stop campaigns at all. In this particular case, it will be a campaign stopped for this because just 2 days in stock, it's for nothing, just burning money. Also, there is columns that shows me like stock healthy, like inventory available. So those items I can sell right now. Column reserved tells me that something can be in transit to FBA or something was sold. So those items I can't rely on, and this is not stock for me to sell right now. And inbound, so even though if I see that like days in stock is like low, yellow, red, but I see that there is inbound, and I know that this inbound, say, I will get in 2 months. So this is a signal for me what to do with my advertising. So how should I adjust it, understanding the situation with the stock? In this case, my ACoS is more under control than if I just managing bids or search terms or whatever, isolated without the business metrics of the business. And inventory is exactly the very important metric. Because as you know, if you are with the low inventory level, Amazon optimizes your traffic and shows you less. And in this case, conversion rate drops, your ranking drops, and then it costs you more money to get this ranking back and all that stuff. So
Right.
having
Amazon
this,
is so inertia based. If you slow down, it's
yes,
really hard to spin it back up.
yes. So this table like prevents that issues with super high advertising for low stocked issues and helps me to keep things on track.
Yeah. So your advertising should be informed by stock levels. Certainly. Okay. So for years, that spreadsheet was amazing and gave you so much insight. Just the very act of paying attention to stock levels and performance puts you ahead of a lot of competition. The evolution has been taking this spreadsheet, giving it to Claude, and we will share this prompt as well. You can see it on screen. Taking that report, giving it to Claude, and basically just this very prompt will create a dashboard for you that is so useful, like creating basically a mini self-contained app for you to begin to poke around here. One of the best use cases of all these AI tools is simply downloading spreadsheets, giving it to your chatbot, and having it build these dashboards for you where you can walk away with. So we've got things like out of stock distribution, we've got most at risk distribution, we've got inventory and velocity breakdowns. So let's go through each tab that this prompt and this data set will create, and see if anything jumps out at you, Maryna. So when you look at this, what kinds of messages are you sending? Like, how do you interpret data like this?
So for me, it's very important to see the trends week over week because again, the lead time can be different for different products, and I can miss something. Like last year, this product was out of stock, and next week it's in stock, but I can miss this information just because of huge number of SKUs. And this dashboard helps me to don't miss this. I go to a
Mhm.
week over week changes tab first, and I see which ASINs, what changed for them. So this leave artifact, it shows me that. For example, first product we sold, so there wasn't replenishment for this product. And if I go to the tab, I see that this product is at a low level. So that means I don't push it. But some SKUs, they were replenished. And for me, that is a sign to get back to my campaign manager and switch on the advertising for this particular product or this particular family. It depends. Yeah, don't lose sales in this case.
So you see this one, it shows that it was restocked heavily. It's time to go push this, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It's time to push the gas.
Over here, we've got alerts, critical stock under 14 days of runway. This would inform what it is that you're going and doing in your PPC campaigns and ensuring that we don't stock out over here. All of these become action items for you to go into the campaigns. And how are you actually approaching the campaigns? When do you decide to just straight up pause the ad itself, turn off the budget, or reduce the bids? Like, how do you navigate when to completely stop advertising a product or just sort of simply reduce advertising for the product, maybe turning off certain keywords or reducing bids and budgets?
It depends on how critical my stock is low right now. For example, if I see my stock is about a week and I know this product is, we are at the low season for this product right now. So I most likely I wouldn't do anything for this product. It will sell out and we stop advertising when it sell out and pause the advertising for this low season at all. If I see that it's high season for this product and there is critical stock, for example, 2 weeks. I will go to campaign manager. I will see what works worse. For example, one campaign began to work worse. I can stop it. I don't like to trim bids a lot because we can lose visibility in this case and end up with nothing for this product. So most likely I will stop campaigns or decrease budget critically for some campaigns. Signal my client that we need to replenish the stock immediately as soon as possible. Yeah. If I see that Claude shows me that there is a huge replenishment of this SKU, and I remember that we stopped advertising or decreased it a lot. So I go to campaign manager and increase budgets, resume campaigns. So sometimes I can increase placements of bids even to just to push this product and I get those positions back and keep it going.
So many cool takeaways here. Number one, hopefully, if people have been listening to the show, it's been discussed how inventory influences performance and PPC performance specifically. From there, understanding the power of combining data from different spreadsheets in a spreadsheet we've talked about for years on this show. Cool evolution here is taking those spreadsheets now and giving them to your favorite AI chatbot and having it, you don't need spreadsheet skills anymore to build good data connections between different things. So like combining marketing performance and stock levels into a succinct, beautiful dashboard for you to see and manipulate and make decisions on your campaigns. Super powerful. And of course, the actual digital marketing task itself, meaning it's not just enough just to build a pretty dashboard. You actually have to go and do stuff, is of course using low stock at risk data to go and basically slow down those campaigns or make decisions about how you want to navigate those low stock situations. Conversely, when you see things that stock has come back, it's time to start advertising again. It's a really cool dashboard, really cool process. It's been really cool to see this evolve over time with you. So at AdBadger, we do lots of things like this, and we go from spreadsheet and build it into the tool eventually. So this is really cool, Maryna. Thank you so much for sharing. Any parting words for people when it comes to inventory and campaign management before we head out?
Having Claude, it's not that much headache to manage super big accounts anymore, at least in terms of inventory. And I suggest using Claude widely right now, especially it's not that like not that hard. And yeah, count at Badger because we have all that stuff inside.
Absolutely. Well, Maryna, thank you so much for coming on the show. Everyone else, I'll see you next week here on the PPC Den podcast.
I've launched campaigns and picked keywords. I've got my bids, set placements too. And bad mistakes.